Hey Anonymai, welcome to a fun little grading reveal. We got a couple more coins back from NGC, and I sent these in with my dad. And I only sent these 2 coins in, and they came back great. So what we're looking at right here is a variety. The reason I sent these in is not because I thought they were top population, but because they had a very popular variety. These are it's called an RPM. I don't know how into varieties a lot of you are, but an RPM, that stands for re-punched mint mark. And so up until the 80s, they would take the die occasionally after it was worn, and then they would polish it and then continue to use it. But sometimes when they would polish the die, the mint mark was more shallow among the devices, and they would have to take a little anvil and pop it back in there again. So it would be a tiny little S. They'd use their hammer and pop that S back into the die again. After doing this repeated times, you would see the ghost of the prior mint mark that was left from the original die polishing, even though it was mostly polished out and it was still there. Anyway, that's the long way around. But I just wanted to say we found a handful of these S over S over S, 1955 S over S over S. This is very difficult to get zoomed and focused, but it is a fun variety that you can go to a website called Variety Vista and get some really close-up shots of the RPM. Now, having said that, I'll zoom back out. What we did have success with is getting some good grades. This one right here is an MS65. It does have a little bit going on with it that's distracting, both in the field and a little bit on Lincoln's cheek and jaw and forehead. And then the reverse. I just want to say NGC was a little generous with the grades on this variety. Not in the sense that I got lucky, but in the sense that most of these S over S over S have poor strikes. And so you can see on this one the O is very weak. It's not too bad on United States of America. A lot of this variety are soft right in the middle. So it's in pretty good shape, but there is some chatter, and I do have a little carbon on the bottom of that wheat stalk. So this one got a 65, despite the poor reverse strike. It has great luster. That helps it a lot. And it's not too distracting on hits. This one came back as a 66, which is phenomenal. And it is a lot cleaner. You can see the difference when you compare the two. This one is a cut above. It has all the luster of the other one, but fewer of the distractions. Still a little bit of chatter on his shoulder and his cheek. And I would say equally poor on the strike, not terrible. But again, there's just less distractions as far as chatter on this. There is one carbon there on the left wheat stalk as well near the top. A little piece of something on there. But there it goes. They came back great. These are good grades. This is a somewhat valuable and popular variety, so I'm very excited about it. And I wanted to share it with you. It's as simple as that. If you guys do buy BU rolls of scents, I recommend checking PCGS. Look for any varieties that they will attribute. NGC will as well. NGC will do more of them, but if PCGS will do it, it's going to be more popular. More people will buy it, and you're looking for those FS varieties. FS, and then it has a number succeeding the FS. And so, as you can see, this one's FS 501. The 500s are RPMs. The 100s are double die obverse. I have forgotten all of them, but each series of 100 has a different variety type, and so you can kind of tell what type it is by the number. Anyway, we've got 2 501s. We got a 65 out of it, and we got a 66. I wanted to share that with you. And I do plan on doing another video here soon about what I plan on sending to NGC, and maybe we can do a guess the grade game. I have some pretty good guesses on what I think that they should come back as, and then in a month or two when they do come back, I can show you what NGC thought and see how good I was at it, or how bad, depending on how you look at it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one. If you don't mind hitting that like button and leaving a comment and say, have you ever found any varieties, or will you start hunting for them? If you don't mind subscribing, and we will see you guys in the next video. Happy hunting.